Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. In the aftermath of AMD's Computex keynote, we're getting a good bit more information on their upcoming products, from the 16-core Ryzen we hoped for, Ryzen 5, and a ton of X570 motherboards. But first, check out today's sponsor, Drop, formerly known as Massdrop, a group buy website with amazing deals on PC hardware. It's free to sign up, so what are you waiting for? Start saving now by visiting the link in the description below. Okay, it's news time, and starting things off, for all those who watched my stream last night, first, thank you so much, I had a lot of fun, and second, you know that AMD seemed to defy all the leaks and rumors insisting a 16-core Ryzen CPU would be coming, instead opting to finish their presentation on a 12-core Ryzen 9 3900X. And if you didn't see that stream, check it out right here, but then come back to this video. Well, apparently the leaks were right, as AMD actually did reveal a 16-core part at Computex, just not during their keynote. As for why it wasn't in the presentation, I'm assuming it's because the 16-core CPU or CPUs won't be launching until later. Still, Tech Yes City was able to get a screenshot of the 16-core and even showed it running Cinebench. For the benchmark, they were able to get an all-core overclock of 4.25 GHz on water, though I'll say that they had to up the voltage by quite a bit. Either way, it got a Cinebench multi-core score of 4,346. And for those who don't know, that's better than Intel's 18-core i9-9980XE, and that's a $2,000 part, by the way. Unfortunately, we don't have much more information about the 16-core part, but it's nice to know that they are in fact coming, and given the information of the 3900X, I'd bet on the price being around $800 or so. Of course, if you want to find out the price faster than most anyone, make sure to subscribe. I'm doing a giveaway as well when we get to 100,000 subscribers. Next up for today, I had a ton of you wondering about Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 3. And like I said in the stream, they definitely should have them. The Ryzen 7 and 9 are just probably going to be releasing first like they did with first gen Ryzen. Well, it looks like they're definitely releasing Ryzen 5, and two processors will actually be releasing the same date as Ryzen 7 and 9. When you go to AMD.com, there's already an advertisement for 3rd Gen Ryzen, and when you click on it, you can immediately see the Ryzen 5 3600 and 3600X. Oh, and they launch with the other CPUs on July 7th. As far as specs, it's definitely not bad, especially with the fact that we know a 3rd Gen Ryzen CPU at 4.6 GHz can beat the 9900K in single-core performance. Starting things off, the 3600 is a 6-core 12-thread CPU with a whopping 32 MB of L3 cache, a base clock of 3.6 GHz, and a boost of 4.2. Next is the 3600X, which is also a 6-core 12-thread CPU with 32 MB of L3 cache, but it comes with a base clock of 3.8 GHz and a boost of 4.4. Now, since this will likely be just like 1st and 2nd Gen Ryzen, keep in mind that the 3600 should be able to manually overclock to around what the 3600X can. It's just going to be cheaper and you will have to manually overclock. As far as the rest of the Ryzen 5 chips and Ryzen 3, I wouldn't count them out at all. I'm just sure they'll probably be releasing a little later. Lastly, we have a ton of new X570 motherboards launching from all the major motherboard vendors from Asus, ASRock, MSI, and more. And you know what? They look pretty sweet, I have to say. Now, while I'm not going to go over specs, especially since a lot don't even have them up yet, I will go over them in my future suggestion videos where I go over my top picks, but there are some really nice ones here. For example, MSI does in fact have their Meg motherboard series, and man does it have pretty much everything. I mean, 3 M.2 slots with an M.2 expander? And yes, as the earlier leaks suggested, a ton of boards do seem to have fans, which is a little scary given the earlier reports of motherboard makers having complications with overheating on the X570s. Still, there's plenty without them, so we'll ultimately have to see. So while that does it for today, what are you most excited for with 3rd Gen Ryzen? Let me know down in the comments below. And I know this was a pretty short video, but hopefully I'll have another one out today, and if not, I'll definitely have one tomorrow. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe. And as always, have a great day.